Thank you, Glenn. I deeply appreciate you choosing South Bloomfield to hold this joyous occasion. And Julie Jean, thank you for visiting. Chuck, likewise. Didn't really prepare too much of a speech. As Chuck mentioned, that way back whenever we first developed, South Bloomfield was basically organized as a stagecoach stop. And of course, our first business in town was also a house steal. So I wanted to mention that, but then I sort of hesitated, and now that somebody already broke the ice, then I guess I could sort of throw that in there too. So, but I guess whenever we first started out, we were known as a stagecoach, hence our insignia being a stagecoach. And fortunately, we were a part of Harrison Township whenever they were first established, and we greatly appreciate that honor and want to carry on that tradition. And I also wrote a proclamation that I'll read now. And whereas in 1804, the village of South Bloomfield was laid out over 40 acres of land by a gentleman named David Denny. Being the first established town in Harrison Township, and whereas being a major stagecoach stop along the major route of travel, hence our insignia, the stagecoach. Whereas the first established business in the village of South Bloomfield opened in 1810. As I mentioned before, what type of business it was, but it was also created or established by Hugh Creighton. And whereas with the vision of the early settlers and the forming of our new nation during the 1800s, our country, or excuse me, our township was established 200 years ago. Now therefore, I, Richard A. Wilson, Mayor of the village of South Bloomfield, Pickaway County, state of Ohio, do hereby proclaim this day, Wednesday, June 23rd, as the bicentennial of the birth of Harrison Township. And I thank you all for coming. And Clay, thank you.